133.8. That is a new low weigh-in, which is kind of funny because I was almost sure that my weight was going to be up this morning, but you know. So here's current physique. Probably don't need to do this every day, but whatever. So gonna eat some breakfast. It's like 4 a.m. I couldn't really sleep. Usually I'll sleep till like at least 4:30 or 5, but apparently my body's just like too excited. Just kidding, I'm actually hungry. Woke up because I'm hungry, so I'm gonna eat some food. The usual breakfast, and here I am. Video number 2 of this week. I'm vlogging, like I said. I'm gonna be documenting more, so this is what I'm doing. Yay. And see you in a bit. So this is my usual go-to breakfast. It's my shit waffles. The recipe, I'll link it down below. People ask all the time. It's also really dark. But yes, I do eat all 3 waffles, and it's nice because it's pretty filling, but it's not a huge amount of calories. It's only eggs and bananas, and then protein powder with peanut butter powder mixed for like the sauce. So there's actually not a lot of calories to it in general in comparison to real waffles, and it packs a lot of protein, so it still very much so fits into my macros. So yeah, if you're wondering, and if you're wondering why I eat these every day, because I like to. I'm gonna get to some work and see you in a bit. Sunrise, basically. It's like 6:30 or something, but it is gonna be hot, so I'm gonna take Harley for a walk before it gets deathly hot, and so we don't burn her paws off on the asphalt. But I've got some 10,000 steps to make up for today, so I'm gonna get started so I don't die in the heat. See you in a bit. Alright, so this is lunch, ground turkey. It was already cooked, so just threw it on top of salad, pretty simple. This is my big ass salad of the day, which I might have another one later. Nothing exciting, and I'm actually kind of like in a class right now, so that's why I'm not gonna take my headphones off, but time to eat, then I'll head to a workout soon. So this is my pre-workout before I go lift some weight. I'm going to write out my workout in this app that I'm using called Strong, that I've been using for a while. I was doing like handwritten stuff, but I'm gonna be real tired of like handwriting out my workouts, and this has a timer for my rest periods, so it really keeps me on track. I can't extend my rest period on accident or go shorter because it like does this little ding thing that's actually quite annoying. So I always know when to get back into my next set. Rest periods are important. If you do not keep track of those, Strong is a pretty good app for that, or just, you know, you can use a stopwatch or whatever. Don't, you know, it's really easy to get caught up on social media. You can just make workouts be way longer than they need to be because, you know, 1 minute turns into 2 minutes, turns into 3 minutes. Just Instagram, texting, whatever. So if you can do this app, it'll keep you accountable. But yeah, this is also my pre-workout right now. It's just some coffee and then this mug courtesy of my friend Des, who gave this to me, and it's so just, I love it, and this is my favorite cup now. Pre-workout. So far, I'm just doing coffee. As my calories get lower, as my energy gets lower, I might look into using a pre-workout. I tend to try to sway away from pre-workouts just because they usually have like a bunch of chemicals in them that I prefer not to put in my body, but that's why I'm like, here we got some coffee, at least it's the caffeine. But pre-workouts do have this magical thing to them, which is the pump, that extra pump that they give you, and I definitely miss that. And you know, sometimes just being so revved up that you feel like you're gonna, you know, crawl out your skin unless you lift something can be useful when you're a little bit low energy. But for now, we got the coffee, and today I think is a back day. So I'll probably see you later at dinner time. Peace out. Workout, success, done, and I'm tired and I'm hungry. And Carly is also hungry. But got my shrimp here that still needs to be defrosted and peeled, and this is why you cook protein ahead. So you don't come home and have to defrost things and then peel things. Luckily it's just shrimp, so it should be pretty quick, but my dog is going crazy. So I'll be chopping up some stuff for the salad while this defrosts. Just sprouts, regular spring mix, mango, and avocado. Not a whole lot different from last time. Biggest thing is the shrimp. So let's get started on that. Apparently a little snack too, apparently. It's hot. It's hot, Carly. Is that yummy? Is that yummy? It's my little vacuum cleaner. Shrimp. Dinner is ready, and you have no idea how excited I am to eat this. It's getting to that point where I'm just like so hungry. This is the greatest gift to me right now. And if anyone was like trying to eat it, I would just be like, no, I would just start guarding it like a dog. Got 8 weeks to go and I'm already at this point, so that's fun. So this is 395 calories, in case you were wondering. This is a very large salad for a very low amount of calories. So when I talk about eating food that is high in volume, this is what I'm talking about, because it will keep you full longer. So this is 395 calories. What's also probably 395 calories is like a small burger, like with the bun and just a very small burger or something. Something that won't fill you up. There's probably a better example, but that's why I say if you are in a calorie deficit, eating whole foods is going to be beneficial because they keep you full longer. There's lots of fiber. There's less calories. So it's not to be like, oh yeah, you can never eat, you know, junk food or foods that you enjoy or that you get a lot of pleasure from. Pleasure is a weird word. It's like moist. I just made myself feel dirty. So yeah, eat your high volume foods. I'm gonna eat now. Okay, dessert, the usual. Protein powder, peanut butter powder, blueberries and strawberries. Got another good batch of blueberries this time, and I'm super stoked. Also, I am listening to my usual nightly music, which is the Lumineers radio. For whatever reason, at night, the Lumineers is like my go-to. It just relaxes me, and I can work just fine with that. But for other times, I like to listen to things like, I don't know if you can see this, I'm sorry if you can't. Let's see. So I like to listen to Tycho, right here, radio, deep focus, just stuff that doesn't have a lot of words, or has no words, because it's kind of distracting for me. So I like kind of like electronic or like lo-fi hip-hop stuff to work to. But Lumineers at night, just, I don't know, just like is part of my routine now. It gets me wound down for the day with my dessert. I'll finish this off in a second with some closing thoughts. Whoa, am I blurry? Kind of blurry. Yes, I have more to say apparently, but I'll stop talking for now. See you in a bit. So, I almost forgot. It is my shot day, and really don't want to do this. I've been procrastinating it all day, putting it off, because it's just not the most pleasant. But, so, if you don't know, yes, I'm trans. This is not steroids for bodybuilding. This is hormones for me to just live and survive. So, testosterone, alcohol swabs, needle to inject, needle to draw up the testosterone, and then I got my syringe. So I'm not going to show you how I do this and then like how I inject, because YouTube doesn't like that anymore. I think at some point they used to allow you to show that stuff for educational purposes, but something happened, and then they're just like, nah, we're not gonna do that. But I will. What the hell? Oh, I thought this quarter fell out of there. It was just sitting on my desk. That was weird. Okay, so I've got my testosterone. These are two like half empty bottles. Let's see. Okay, so I'm just gonna be talking while I do my shot. I'm trying to make it quick, painless. I don't know, but I really debated and decided whether I was gonna do my shot tonight or not, because I really didn't want to. But I don't want to mess with my hormones right now. I guess I'm kind of still showing me doing my shot. It's just not something that I want to do amongst, you know, everything that's going on. Messing with your hormones is not something that you want to do. So I want to make sure that I am doing my shot on time and not having too many fluctuations with things. Before prep, I was honestly not doing very good about remembering my shot on time. So I would be like 2 days late, 3 days late, whatever. Oops, I might not have enough in here. No, we're good. Maybe. So if you're wondering, I do 100 milligrams of testosterone weekly. And for anyone who doesn't know, if you're trans, yes, these do come prescribed. These are prescribed by my doctor. I don't know if you can see that. I don't want to show you any of the information, but this is prescribed by my doctor. It is legal. These are not things that I bought off the street. And this is not for bodybuilding. This is for survival. And I will tell you the difference between, so testosterone, this type of testosterone that I use is cypionate. It could be said differently. It is actually a pretty popular form of testosterone for bodybuilders to use, so it's kind of funny. So technically, yes, this is a steroid. But the difference between how I use it and how bodybuilders will use it is that they use it in much higher doses. So my dose is like 3 times less, well, depending on what a bodybuilder might use. So I'm doing 100 milligrams weekly. They're doing like 500 milligrams weekly or more. Well, depending on their whole mixture of things. I also did not swab my testosterone, so if I die, you know what happened. Don't do that at home. But too late. I already loaded my syringe and I am not wasting testosterone. But I guess I could just use a different needle. No, that was my last needle. Not happening. Okay, so when it comes to the testosterone that, you know, trans guys use, we just are using it on way lower dosage amounts. But the downside is that we cannot compete in like drug tested natural bodybuilding competitions because unfortunately they will still detect like a synthetic hormone, because they don't just test your blood levels of testosterone, they test for substances, and this is one of the substances that they test for. So that sucks. However, I do kind of also get it in the sense that when it comes to natural bodybuilding, I cannot compete in natural bodybuilding because, or I can, you know, okay, so I can control still my testosterone levels with an outside factor, whereas cis men, when they go through prep and they're natural, their testosterone levels, they have to take that into consideration during preps because it drops with the low food intake, the low calorie intake, and the exercise and just the exhaustion. So that's not something that I have to worry about. So in a sense, I could have a little bit of an advantage, even though my levels are normal within the range of a normal cis male. I won't have that fluctuations that they have. I control it, the outside factor. So I get it. I don't know if there will ever be any sort of exception, if there is like ways to test levels, but that's just that one tiny thing that's not really something that you can factor in for testing wise and stuff, because I do have a slight advantage with that. However, they have the advantage that they've always had testosterone in their system, so maybe it comes out even. I've only been on testosterone for almost 6 years now. It'll be 6 years in December. So crazy how time flies. But I'm going to do this shot. It'll probably take me like 8 years to do this because I have a little bit of needle fright. So I'll come back and finish this in a second. Okay, so shot is officially done. All empty. So now I get to go to bed. And I actually did my shot and didn't forget. Go me. I'm actually at loss for words now. Now I'm brain dead. So I'm gonna end the video, but I appreciate you guys watching. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. This is my second video this week. Go me winning. I'm just gonna try to keep documenting all the steps of the way back to the stage, because this is just, you know, an important time in my life, getting back there. You know, I'm gonna be 100% real. I'm actually trying to process whether or not to have surgery on October 22nd for my arm, because I just don't know if I, you know, even with all the working out now and just, you know, feeling like maybe it'd be good timing because I'll need a break. I'm just not sure, because we are in the middle of a pandemic still, and the gym is kind of like my only escape that I have. So even after the show, you know, the gym's always, I'm never gonna get sick of it. Like it's always gonna be that thing that helps me with my anxiety, it helps me with my mood and all that stuff. So I'm just wondering if it'll be a good time. I honestly feel like I have a little bit of like PTSD from the last surgery, that it was so bad that I've already canceled 2 surgeries since then, because I'm just like, I can't do it. My head, I don't want to go back into that place. It was dark. It was a dark place. So yeah, just something to think about, weigh the pros and cons. I'm sure I'll talk about that and process it more in the next video. Here I am talking again, even though I said I was done. But for real, I'm done. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Peace out. I'll see you next time.